Have you ever shared something personal and regretted it immediately after? The story. Imagine this. You're at a dinner party with friends, feeling relaxed, and the conversation is flowing. You start talking about your recent struggles at work, your ambitions, and even some family issues. Feels good to get it off your chest. But later, as you drive home, a gnawing feeling creeps in. Did you overshare? Did you reveal too much? We've all been there. In a world that constantly encourages us to share every detail of our lives, it's easy to forget the value of silence and discretion. That's where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, comes in. By the end of this video, you'll discover 7 crucial things the Stoics teach us. Keep to ourselves. Things that can change how we navigate our personal and professional lives. Stay with us as we dive deep into the wisdom of the Stoics and learn how embracing their teachings can lead to a more fulfilled and peaceful life. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Power of silence. To make a long story short, silence isn't just the absence of noise. It's a powerful tool that can shape our lives in profound ways. Stoics, from Epictetus to Marcus Aurelius, understood this well. They believed that what we don't say can often be more powerful than what we do. In today's world, filled with constant chatter and endless streams of information, learning the art of silence can be more valuable than ever. For the Stoics, silence was a form of strength. It was about knowing when to speak and when to listen, when to share, and when to keep things to oneself. This principle is beautifully illustrated by the story of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, who once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak." This isn't just an old saying, it's a strategy for life. When you speak less, you open yourself to learning more, understanding more, and connecting more deeply with those around you. Silence can be your ally, friend that guards your thoughts and intentions until the right moment. So what are the modern applications of this ancient wisdom? Let's explore how being mindful of your words can transform your daily interaction. Understanding the importance of privacy in relationships. Think about the most important relationships in your life. Friends, family, romantic partners. Each of these bonds is built on a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Now imagine if you were to share every single thought, every single piece of personal information with each of these individuals. Would these relationships grow stronger, or would they become overwhelmed by an excess of information? This is where the Stoic principle of moderation comes in. By holding back certain personal details, you create space for a healthy, balanced relationship. You allow the other person to know you without being burdened by the full weight of your inner world. To illustrate this point, consider the story of Sarah and Emily, 2 lifelong friends. Sarah always felt that to maintain their friendship, she needed to share every detail of her life with Emily. But over time, Emily started to feel overwhelmed. She felt that she was carrying not just her own burdens, but also Sarah's. When Sarah learned to practice discretion, their friendship blossomed anew. Emily felt respected and not overburdened, and Sarah felt a new sense of inner peace, knowing that she didn't have to lay bare her soul to maintain their bond. Your inner struggles. Personal battle. Have you ever faced a challenge so deep and personal that sharing it felt more like a burden than a relief? Maybe it's a fear that keeps you awake at night, or a regret that weighs heavily on your heart. While sharing can often lead to support and healing, not every battle needs an audience. Some struggles are yours to navigate. Keeping these inner battles to yourself doesn't mean you're isolated. It means you're cultivating your inner strength. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, as an example. Despite his position of immense power, he often struggled with self-doubt and fear of failure. He didn't broadcast these fears to his advisors or his people. Instead, he wrote them down in his personal journal, reflecting on them privately. His meditations, a collection of these personal reflections, became a powerful guide for others on how to deal with inner struggles. Marcus knew that the act of keeping some thoughts private allowed him to maintain his composure and lead with clarity. To make a long story short, some of our most profound growth happens in the privacy of our own thought. When we choose not to share every inner struggle, we give ourselves the opportunity to develop resilience and strength, much like Marcus Aurelius did. 1. Why not all financial information should be shared? It's natural to want to share good news, like a promotion or a significant bonus. However, not all financial information needs to be shared openly. Why? As finances, more often than not, bring about judgment, envy, and even unsolicited advice. The Stoics believed in controlling what they could and accepting what they could not. Your financial decisions are yours to make, and keeping them private can help you avoid unnecessary conflicts and misunderstanding. Consider the example of John, who shared with his friend Peter that he had come into a large inheritance. Over time, Peter began to feel entitled to John's generosity, leading to tension and eventually a breakdown in their friendship. John learned the hard way that some things are best kept private. By practicing Stoic wisdom, he realized that not every success or financial gain needs to be a shared story. What about your own finances? Do you feel compelled to share your earnings, your investments, or your spending habits with others? Next time you feel the urge, remember John's story and ask yourself, what am I hoping to gain by sharing this? Often you'll find that the peace of keeping things private far outweighs the momentary satisfaction of sharing. 2. Health concerns. Sharing versus oversharing. Discussing your health can sometimes feel like walking a tightrope. On one hand, sharing with those close to you can provide support and understanding. On the other hand, oversharing can lead to unwanted pity, unsolicited advice, or even stigma. The Stoics believed in facing life's challenges with dignity and strength. When it comes to health, this often means choosing carefully who you confide in and how much detail you divulge. Let's look at the example of Maria, who was diagnosed with a chronic illness. Initially, she shared her diagnosis with many people, hoping for support. Instead, she found herself overwhelmed with advice, some of which was contradictory, and added to her stress. Maria then decided to share only with a few trusted individuals, and this selective sharing brought her peace. She received the support she needed, without the added burden of managing everyone's opinions and emotion. In health matters, as in many areas of life, less can often be more. Sharing with a close circle can provide the necessary support while preserving your energy and peace of mind. It's about finding that delicate balance between seeking support and maintaining your privacy. 3. To sum up, practicing Stoic wisdom in sharing, navigating the complexities of what to share and what to keep private, requires a mindful approach, one that the Stoics have mastered. By practicing moderation, understanding the impact of your words, and choosing discretion over disclosure, you can maintain stronger, healthier relationships with yourself and others. So as you go through your day, think about the things you share. Are they adding value to your life and the lives of others? Are they serving a purpose? If not, maybe it's time to embrace the Stoic practice of selective silence. Because sometimes the most profound wisdom lies in what we choose not to say. And remember, if you found value in this content and want more insights on how to live a more mindful and fulfilling life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos. Your journey to mastering Stoicism and achieving inner peace is just beginning. Or, choosing your battles wisely. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the principle of choosing your battles wisely. In a world where everyone seems to have an opinion about everything, it's tempting to engage in every debate to voice your stance on every issue. But what does that achieve? Often, it leads to unnecessary stress and conflict. By being selective about the topics you choose to discuss and the battles you choose to fight, you conserve your energy for the things that truly matter. Take the story of Daniel, passionate advocate for environmental causes. Early in his activism, Daniel would engage in heated debates with anyone who disagreed with him. Over time, these constant arguments drained him emotionally and left him feeling burnt out. He realized that his energy was finite and that he needed to focus on actions that would create the most impact. Daniel chose to channel his energy into educating young people and organizing community cleanups, rather than arguing online. As a result, his efforts became more effective and he felt more fulfilled. The lesson here is simple. Not every argument deserves your time, and not every debate will lead to positive outcomes. When you practice the Stoic art of selective engagement, you learn to focus on what truly matters, preserving your peace and making a greater impact in the areas that count. 5. Maintaining inner peace in a digital age. In our modern, digitally connected world, there's a constant pressure to share every moment of our lives on social media. But remember, just because you can share doesn't mean you should. Your social media is a curated reflection of your life, not a diary for every thought and feeling. By being selective with what you post, protect your peace and maintain a sense of privacy and control over your personal narrative. Consider the case of Alex, a young professional who felt compelled to share every achievement, every meal, and every experience on social media. While this brought him a momentary sense of satisfaction, it also exposed him to criticism, envy, and unsolicited opinions from strangers. Over time, Alex realized that his constant need for validation was disrupting his inner peace. He decided to take a step back, sharing less and focusing more on living in the moment. This choice allowed Alex to reconnect with his authentic self and find happiness beyond the digital likes and comments. In the digital age, the Stoic principle of discretion is more relevant than ever. Remember, your life's value isn't measured by how much you share online. True fulfillment comes from living in alignment with your values, not from external validation. 6. The power of the unspoken word. There is immense power in the unspoken word. Not everything needs to be expressed verbally. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. When you choose not to share, you give yourself space to reflect, to grow, and to process your thoughts and emotions fully. This is a form of self-respect and self-care the Stoics greatly valued. Think about a time when you held back from saying something in the heat of the moment, and later felt relieved that you did. This restraint is not a weakness, but a strength. It shows maturity and a deep understanding of the power of words. As Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Reflect on your day-to-day interaction. How often do you feel the urge to speak up or share something, only to later realize it wasn't necessary? Embracing the power of silence can help you conserve your energy, maintain your peace, and foster deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Final thoughts. Embrace the wisdom of less. To live a life of purpose and peace, it's essential to embrace the wisdom of less. Less sharing, less explaining, and less defending. By choosing what to share and what to keep to yourself, you build a fortress of inner strength that is unshakable. You learn to value your own thoughts and feelings without needing external validation. As you move forward in life, ask yourself, is this something I need to share, or is it something I should hold close, reflect on, and let guide my personal growth? Often you'll find that the less you share, the more you gain in terms of inner peace and clarity. So take a moment today to practice this Stoic wisdom. Embrace the power of silence, strength in discretion, and the peace in privacy. And remember, the most profound wisdom often lies not in what is said, but in what is left unsaid. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on Stoic wisdom and personal growth. Let's continue this journey together.